Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Thursday. I think we're the 7th. So, Kelly's already gone. This is Thursday where she has to go in early because of lack of crew members. It's pouring down rain out here. Oh no. It's going to be a wet ride to work. Well, I was thinking of riding the Spyder anyway. That's probably about the best rain runner of the bunch. Good news is, it's not raining at the moment. Bad news is, I got a 55-mile range left on the fuel tank. That won't even get me to work. Oh, it says 53. Indian giver. Must have used up 2 miles starting it up. Oh, look at that. It almost looks like bright skies coming. Danny, Sparky. It's not looking so bad out here. I actually see blue over the mountains. Way down yonder. But I got a long ways to go south. As soon as I say that, it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. Gummit. Check this dude's epic shirt out. He seems a little interesting, but cool shirt. Got all my mileage stuff all done. He's a friendly old foe. Alright, look at this. The freeway's even drying out. Hot dang. Oh yeah. The old Spyder, she can catch herself some trains. So far, the worst wetness has been the road and the people's inability to stay in the tire tracks. You know, I tell you guys about never run never run with a shield that you can't see over. You're low angle, you're looking through the shield. I'm looking over it. I wish it was a little lower so I could see more down below over it, but I can see over it. That's dangerous. What you see right there is very, very dangerous. So yeah, never, ever have a shield you can't see over the top of. A wet ride to work. But I gotta say, most of it was dry. The roads even dried out in a few places, but only got rained on a little bit. I could have just wore my regular gear to. Oh, it's slippery. Holy moly. Good day to be on tri-wheels. What are we doing? This is a 2009 Harley-Davidson FLH TCU. He said he had the ABS light would not go out. See how they're flashing, which is telling you it's waiting for a test. As soon as I roll, it'll read front and rear sensors, and the light should go out. If it does not go out, there's a fault. So I brought my because this is these older units are a 4-pin diagnostic port. So I brought in the my Super Tuner Pro from my iron in this morning and hooked her up. And not only is there not an active code, there's no code ever triggered of any kind. Not currently. You know, once you clear them, everything goes away, so you won't see history. But there has not been an ABS fault triggered since whoever hooked up to this thing last. That gum sprinkling on me right away. Man, I'm telling you. Oh, there it goes. It's on. Dadgummit. Now I need not to shut it off here. I come and I put everything away already. I just loop around and go back in. Sometimes when a fault is there, when you cycle the key, it goes away. So let's try round 2 of connecting it to the pewter. Alright, let me roll her in here and hook her up, see what the heck's going on. Gummit. Alright, there's the short test ride for the day. Well, unfortunately, just using a tuner thing is, you know, about as basic as you can get. And I can't, it's active, or you've seen it, it was active, and it doesn't give me any information on it. It still shows there's no active or occurred faults. So unfortunately, I was going to have to go to a Hogan Dog shop. And how these things work is, and I looked, we didn't do tires or anything. The tires and everything were new enough that it wasn't something we had to do as part of the used vehicle. But there's your ABS sensor, and it's reading off of the bearing. And I don't know if, I think these are like a car. You have to have certain kind of wheel bearings in there. It's in the dust seal. There's like ribs in the dust seal, and they're trigger ribs, like a regular ABS. Like on this BMW, you have a trigger wheel that the sensor reads off of. Harley does it like a modern car. It reads it off of the bearing. And then there's the same thing on the right hand side on the rear wheel. That little black module right there. And what I've seen is people, especially the rear, get that thing timed wrong and crush it when they tighten the swing arm. But it's in the right place. I looked at that earlier too. So unfortunately, it's not something we can do. Speaking of the Harley shop, I need to get my little wife to call Columbia Motorcycle and see if my handlebars showed up for the old Roadie Road King. When you're a Washington State Patrol, one thing you never want to see is some crazy citizen waving frantically at you. The way times are today, that would be of some deep concern. But it turned out someone was trying to help this guy, because he literally had a ball of flames coming out the back of his 1200 police bike. Not sure what the heck's going on, but he had to put it out with a fire extinguisher. At least he was prepared, as police officers are. Don't know what in the world. Nope. It's good in theory, but in practice, it didn't work. Although, I think I'm going to leave that, my other screwdrivers in my little traveling K1600 workbench bin. But I think I'm going to leave the left one in for now, because I think overall, except for low speeds, which it did nothing, I think it helped a little bit. So I'll try that. Another thing I was thinking about too is, what if I, trimmed off like a 1/16 of an inch or something? Maybe it's putting too much pressure on it. I don't know. Seemed like a great idea, but it picks up way more bike. I don't know. It just makes them springs. What it's doing is just leaning. It's putting pressure on those springs. Have I showed you the springs? Maybe I did. Hold on. So these are the springs. There's your hanger. That's the top one. And then you got the rear and front springs. And those little nipples are going in there. So what putting that bolt is doing is forcing the little nipples to pull out and lean against those springs. But it's picking up other vibrations, or maybe it's making them wiggle or something. Oh, also, I need to double check on the, see if there was a part number they gave in the dealer forum thing for those springs. and try to get a set of those and try that, see how that works. Let BRP figure this thing out. Oh, and before I get sidetracked here on this K1600, talking back and forth in T-Cero with a cool guy at BMW, and he says, yeah, it's just a bearing failure, just one of those weird things. And you know, he like assured me we don't build wheel bearings or bearings, so a failure is just a fluke thing. It's like every once in a while you get that 12-pack of light bulbs, and one of them bulbs ain't gonna last, or maybe it doesn't even work at all. So I mean, it's just one of those things. Things happen. This is not a BMW fault. They use super high quality bearings in these things, so yeah, it's just one of those weird things. But all the parts are on order. So I went to check on those clips, and they said they were working on it. Oh, it's more than clips. It's a whole new setup how those push pins go. You actually take the clips out, and there's this other, that's too hard to explain. I can't show you the PowerPoint presentation because I'd be in trouble. Anyway, I'm gonna go up there and order the parts for this RT in here. Cool, man. So I went up there and ordered the mirror parts. So you're looking at about 74 bucks in parts. There's 3 items, quantity 4 of each. And maybe we'll do it at the house so you guys can see how it's done. I can't show you any bulletins and stuff. I don't need any more of them phone calls from BRP. But yeah, they're ordered. Oh, and one last thing. My handlebars have come in at Harley, and they're already paid for. I just got to go pick them up. How about that? So you guys remember the story the other day when I was riding the Slim about the gentleman that just stepped into the Harley world? This is the bike. Look at that thing, 2020. It's got everything on it, the RDS, all the goodies. And he put the neighbor hater slip-ons on there. Man, that's not so loud. But you romp on it, she's loud. Look at that bad boy. Look at the color of that thing. Oh, he's already got the fancy front marker lights on there too. Heck yeah. Nice. Alright, I just pulled out the back of the shop, heading to Columbia Motorcycle to pick up my Harley handlebars that we ordered from them. But this is Columbia Motorcycle in Vanchulo of Washington. This is kind of the Hazeldale area of Vancouver. And they're here, they're paid for. My little wifey called and paid for them. How about that little woman? She goes, you just need to go pick them up there. It's already paid for. Oh. Grab my phone out of here. I won't be using none of that no more. Alright, I'll be right back out. Oh man, I'm very, very, very excited. Them things, dude, I'm telling you, them things are literally street glide bars. They're a different part number, but it feels, it's like them, but a little lower. Oh, I think this is, what's going on? Oh, mode button. I think this is literally gonna work out perfect. Heck yeah. Very excited. Well, I tell you what, today was Visitor's Day for sure. That was crazy. Anyway, I'm back in my area. I ultimately ended up getting in traffic, and I'm just going to cut back to where I was leaving the Harley shop there, so you guys know, because you suddenly ended up here. Anyway, the gentleman with the Road Glide, he uses his name to comment, so I think it's pretty safe to use it, Jim. And he was saying earlier, I go, well, I'll keep your license. And he goes, I don't care what you do. He's just one of those guys, man. One of those guys that sees things how they really are. You know, this kind of old school sees things much deeper than all the media-induced fake world it seems like we live in now, you know. You see things for what they really are, you know. I love his talking about he visited some friends at the coast and they had this a trailer for guests and he stayed there and he had the window open. It's like a couple of minutes from the actual coast there, and he could hear the wind and the waves of the ocean out there. Those kind of things that I think about, you know. He's very much like that. There's no pretension. He's not one of these guys that has to dominate the conversation and step all over you when you're trying to talk to him. Just the coolest guy. Really cool dude. But yeah, I'm glad he's happy with that Harley. He loves that thing. I sat on it, and you know, I wouldn't mind having a bike at some point with some ape hangers like that. I mean, that is comfortable. It's yeah, it's not my thing, and it doesn't match my riding style. But I could see definitely having something that's set up like that. Whoa, yellow light scared me. I don't know why. But a couple, I believe they were from Michigan, husband and wife team on Spyders, not a Spyder, but Spyders, plural. Yeah, I heard that shepherd barking at it. He's coming to get me. I don't see him, but he's a-coming. Super nice couple. Both hauling trailers. They got a 622 with a big solar panel on the top and runs all kinds of stuff. I mean, they can live off grid like big time. I'm not going to sit here and wait for a train. I get on home. But yeah, and man, met so many people today. Isn't it hard to believe this is the same day that I left this morning in? That was its thing. A little rain overnight. A little rain through about, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock. In fact, when I went out there to look at the road glide, it had dumped. It's one of them crazy days. But that's it. I don't think there's any rain in the future. Yeah, I was going to comment on how much nicer it is through here than it was this morning. But you know, that kind of misty, foggy kind of a thing, that's a really cool feeling too, you know. I'd rather not be riding on wet roads and stuff, but I don't know, it's got its own thing. That's cool. That thing's barely moving. That little creek that trickles down always point out what's coming out of it. That's it down there. You guys remember years ago, rode the iron across there and them wet boards? It was, I don't know if it had some moss in it or what. Whoa, that puppy was slickery. I mean, literally, I just let go of the clutch and it go cook, and the back tire is just rolling like you're on a sheet of ice. And it wasn't cold enough to be frozen, but I don't know. Roads do weird things sometimes. So from here, that's weird to see the cows out there, isn't it? So from here, I'm going to bounce out and talk to you guys up at the house. Thanks for coming along on my work ride on the Spyder. One thing about these things, you can't dispute their comfort. Holy moly. Whew. Oh man. Oh no, but look. They're bent the same way. Oh no. See if I can explain this to you guys. The grips go on the bars and the switch clusters all add up to be the same. Now, this grip is because of the switch. It is the switch only longer. Other than that, the end of this grip, if you were to measure from one point to the end of that grip, do the same thing on the throttle side, from here to the end of that grip, the grips go on and stop. This one goes on like this. It sticks out because it has the fly-by-wire thing. You'll notice these bars. Oh, it's me flipping it up. They don't move. Imagine that. Because it has the sensor that's timed and stuck in the end of the grip. So this bar, this side, with that sensor, equals exactly this side. There was some mass confusion going on over that. That's why it lifts up, because normally it's touching the tip. Anyway, there's the new bars. Let me give you a higher visual of what the difference is. Better yet, let's mount them up right quick. Oh, man. Yeah. You know what's funny is on Harley's website for these things, I can't twist them all the way in. I kind of held that one up out of the way so I could get it. It's not touching metal. No, it's still in the cloth. It, everything clears. I know it's going to be straight. It's Harley bars. But they advertise this as chromed steel. It is not chrome steel. It's clearly it's polished. And it's stainless steel. What? That's stainless steel? They do that on here? Whoa, not stainless steel. Oh, good Lord. Oh, just put a smudge on it. I thought I just scratched it. But, you know, it's a strong magnet for its size. It's these technician magnets you get from the tool guys. Heck yeah. It's polished stainless. $94 is retail on these things. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. It looks all weird with nothing on them. They look like some kind of a weird bullhorn or something. They're just temporarily sitting on there until I get over there and get all my stuff swapped around. Heck yeah. Woo, doggy. Here's another quick visual for you. The thickest thing on the bars is these switch housings. Look at that. By a mile the clearance. It'll sit about right in there. And that's all the way in. I got the steering lock so it'd stay here. And the other thing that I like, and I don't know why I'm a fan of this, but I like when it's like this. I like it when the forks and the bars, you see the bars are slightly forward, and I would like them a little bit more. That is absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna love them bars. Well, hello there, you two. 12 and a half hours after she left, she just rolled in. These so Thursdays are brutal for her. I've been home, went goofing around. I even got home late because I just kind of drove around a little bit and goofed off. Man, I did so many things, recorded so many things. I hope you guys felt like you got a very full vlog today, because I don't know what all of that I can use. That was a lot of stuff. So hopefully it was fun by the time you got here, because this is the end. If it wasn't good, I can't recover now.
Yeah, so sorry.
But anyway, that was a lot of fun. The Spyder ride to and from work. Jim and that new Road Glide. Whew, is that a good looking bike? I think it's nice. Man, those Cobras, man, them things really sound good. They're slip-ons, but they sound amazingly good. And yeah, what were you guys seeing at all? I'm gonna recite what you just watched. Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not.
Really happy about those Harley bars, and I'm really surprised that it said chrome steel, and they are polished stainless steel.
So that's
I'm like,
cool.
Harley. Did Harley ever use chrome steel on those things? Nope. They probably did. Obviously, they did. Those are definitely not. We're gonna let you go.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Friday or Saturday.
And nice chatting with everybody that came in today.
Yeah, you had a full day.
Yeah,
didn't
it was a visitor's day.
I know, that was way cool.
Yeah, that was cool. And I still, believe it or not, got some stuff done.
Very good.
A lot of paperwork stuff I had to do today. I got that all dialed. But anyway, till the morning.
We will see you in the morning.
Yeah, we'll be riding together.
Yes.
Or driving, most likely.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
We'll be together.
Yeah. All right. See you then. Bye-bye now.